Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Neha aka My Book Nook. In this video we're gonna talk about March and April reading wrap up and I read so many books these 2 months and I feel like this 2 months is the months of 5 star. I have so many 5 star. So let's talk about the books I read. In month of March, the first book I read is The Omen by Christian Hannah. In this book, we follow nursing student Frankie, and everyone expects her to get married and get a life, but Frankie wants her picture in the hero's wall of her father's office, and now she wants to do something heroic like her brother. So that's why she get in Vietnam War and joined as a nurse. In this book there are two parts. First part, Frankie in the war, and in the second part, Frankie after in the war. The trauma, the devastation, the grief in this book is trauma is feel like haunting for I feel it's unmatched. Frankie in this book, the ending is the very satisfying ending, and this is so far my best Christian Hannah book. I finally get into the Hunger Games series and I read the Hunger Games. Fast paced, gripping, exciting story. There is topic of grief also. I loved the Hunger Game, but I didn't like the ending that much, so I give this book 4 star. Oh, sorry, I didn't tell the rating of the Omen. I give this book 5 star and I give this book 4 star. If you want to know the full review, you can check out the full reading blog of the Hunger Games series. There I told all the thoughts I have. Next we have Cleopatra and Frankenstein by Coco Mellers. In this book we follow Cleo and Frank and their story. In this book beginning is very beautiful beginning. I feel like Cleo and Frank meeting is the very beautiful thing I ever read. And this is multi POV book. This is not only story of Cleo and Frank. There is many more characters in this book. This is the story about the messiness of our relationship, of drugs, addiction, many more topics. There is no good and bad, black and white. This book is all about morally grey characters. They are not good, but you root for them. This is that kind of book. I like this one, but I feel like this is not worth the hype. This is controversial. This book is very hyped in book talk, but I feel like this is not worth the hype, and I give this book 3.5 star. And lastly, in the month of March, I read Part of Your World by Abby Jimenez. I absolutely adore Abby Jimenez. This is the feel good kind of rom-com. If you want a feel good kind of rom-com, this is for you. In this book we follow Daniel and Alexis. Alexis is a ER doctor and Daniel is the small town guy. This is a feel good rom-com and I give this book 4 star. In the month of April, I finally read Catching Fire and Mockingjay and officially finished the Hunger Games trilogy, and I absolutely loved Catching Fire. The cliffhanger is devastating. And I love Mockingjay also, but I didn't like the ending that much. But I gave this book 4.5 star and gave this book 5 star. This whole series is the 5 star series, and you should check out the reading blog of the Hunger Games series. Next, I read Yours Truly by Abby Jimenez. This is the second book of the Part of Your World series. In this book, we follow ER doctors Jacob and Brianna, and this book is beautiful. Just want to say this book is very beautiful. In this book there is beautifully written a topic of anxiety, healing, and this man is the gentlest man ever. I like him so much. I like this book and it's freaking 5 star. Month of April, I read my first 5 star fiction, and this is The Correspondent by Virginia Evans. This is the beautiful story about Sybil, a woman who in her 70s, and she wrote letters everyone. She wrote letters her brother, her sister-in-law, her best friend, her neighbor, her kids, the authors, their book she read, and she gave them review in her letters. This book in the letter and email format, and that's why this book is very fast-paced. And if you get want to get into fiction, I feel like you should read this book. And if you want to read one book this year, I feel like you should read this one, and this is 5 star. This book is heartbreaking yet heartwarming kind of book. This you happy, sad, angry in the same time. And I feel like the character of Civil in this book is very memorable character I ever read. Next we have the last book of the part of your world series, Just for the Summer by Abby Jimenez, and this is also 5 star. It's 2 months, March and April. I feel is months of 5 star because I get so many 5 stars book. In this book we follow Justin and Emma. In this book the guy is the golden retriever kind of guy, and I like him so much. So I have to, and the story is so beautiful. I have to give this book 5 stars. The next book I read, also by Abby Jimenez, The Night We Met. This is the most anticipated release of the year. And in this book, we follow Chris and Larissa. In this book, your best friend and your girlfriend are in love. There is love triangle happening, and I did not do love triangles, but Abby forced me to root for this character, and I absolutely adored this book. I finished this book in one sitting. This is fast paced, this is gripping, so beautiful story. And Chris is the example of the yearner. The yearning in this book is top tier. And if you want to get a recommendation of a rom-com, pick this one. Lastly, in the month of April, I read The Forest of Enchantment by Chitra Banerjee Devakarini. In this book, we follow the retelling of Ramayana in the Sita's perspective, the feminist kind of retelling. I love this book. The book is so beautifully written. I feel like after reading this book, I feel like so many things I don't know about, and now I know, and I feel like this book is so beautiful. Every woman, every human being should read this book. That's it for today's video. I hope you get a good recommendation for your next read. And if you like the content, please like, share, and subscribe. And I meet you guys in the next video.